Behold, the most feared predator in the southeastern United States. Meet the Eastern Diamondback, America's heaviest venomous snake. When you come face to face, just how close is too close? Do you have what it takes to survive an encounter with this beast? This is the Eastern Diamondback Rattlesnake. This supersized serpent is the largest rattlesnake species in the world and one of the heaviest venomous snakes in the Americas. According to Wikipedia, it can grow up to a maximum length of 8.5 feet, weighing over 15 kilograms. The name comes from the diamond-shaped blotches on its back, and they're a warning to stay away. If you live in the southeastern US or plan to visit, you might want to take precautions. In this video, we'll cover basic facts about the Eastern Diamondback, including where it lives, its size, why it's important. We'll talk about its fangs and venom, behavior, real-life encounters, and finally, how close is too close. If you stick around until the end of this video, we will answer that very important question. Let's start with some quick facts. It's also known as the canebrake rattlesnake or the southern diamondback. However, it's only the second heaviest venomous snake in the world. The heaviest venomous snake in the world is the king cobra, which belongs to the family of elapid snakes. The Eastern Diamondback is found in the southeastern United States in the following states: Alabama, Arkansas, Florida, Georgia, Illinois, Indiana, Iowa, Kentucky, Louisiana, Maryland, Massachusetts, Mississippi, Missouri, North Carolina, Oklahoma, South Carolina, Tennessee, Texas, Virginia, and West Virginia. Some sources list the range as extending into eastern Kansas, eastern Nebraska, and eastern New Mexico. The preferred habitats of the Eastern Diamondback include swamps, marshes, river valleys, and open woodlands. They usually bask on logs or exposed areas of rocks, which means that it has heat-sensing pits between its eyes and nostrils. These pits allow the snake to detect the body heat of its prey or predators, helping them hunt at night or in dark places. The Eastern Diamondback is an ambush predator, so it lies in wait for days, sometimes swallowing its prey whole. This snake typically eats small mammals such as mice and rats. Their large size gives them a significant advantage over their prey. In case you are curious, the average length of an Eastern Diamondback is between 3 and 6 feet. According to Wikipedia, its average weight is between 10 and 15 pounds. However, there are unconfirmed reports of individuals exceeding 18 pounds. So it's a good idea to assume that you could encounter an Eastern Diamondback of almost any size within its range. When threatened, the Eastern Diamondback will rattle its tail and vibrate its hollow fangs to make a loud buzzing noise. If that doesn't scare off the threat, the Eastern Diamondback will bite. Like all rattlesnakes, the Eastern Diamondback has two main defensive strategies. The first is to avoid confrontation altogether. Rattlesnakes are not inherently aggressive towards humans. When confronted, a rattlesnake may rattle its tail as a warning and attempt to retreat. If a person continues to approach or harass the snake, it may strike. Eastern Diamondback bites are very dangerous. According to Wikipedia, they average 0.46 inches or 11.6 millimeters, although some specimens can have fangs up to 0.79 inches or 20 millimeters long. The snake uses these formidable weapons to inject its venom into its victim's bloodstream. The venom of the Eastern Diamondback contains the proteins crotoxin, crotamine, calliotoxin, and other enzymes and biologically active peptides. According to Wikipedia, the LD50 of its venom is between 10 and 20 milligrams per kilogram, which is considered moderately toxic. Bites from this snake can cause severe pain, swelling, bleeding, and tissue damage. In addition, the venom can affect the nervous system and cause difficulty breathing, paralysis, and even death. According to Wikipedia, 10 to 20% of people bitten by Eastern Diamondback rattlesnakes die each year due to a lack of anti-venom or medical care. However, the fatality rate drops to less than 1% when the bite victim receives prompt medical treatment. There are two types of antivenom used to treat venomous snake bites: Crofab and Anavib. Crofab is an immunotherapy for the treatment of bites from venomous snakes, including the Eastern Diamondback. It's administered intravenously and should be used as soon as possible after the bite. Anavib is another type of antivenom that can be used to treat Eastern Diamondback rattlesnake bites. Now, let's move on to behavior. The Eastern Diamondback is a solitary creature that generally avoids confrontation with other animals or humans. They are often referred to as lazy snakes because they don't move very far each day, but they can travel long distances during mating season, which occurs in the spring and summer months. After mating, the female gives birth to live young, a process also known as viviparity. This is a rare adaptation among snakes. Of all 395 snake species, only 15 give birth to live young. Eastern Diamondbacks are typically nocturnal, although they can be active during the day in cooler temperatures. During colder months, they hibernate, emerging in early spring when temperatures begin to warm. Next, real-life encounters. The snake's large size and potent venom make it a deadly threat to humans. Most bites occur when people try to pick them up or put their hands near their mouths. It's not uncommon for Eastern Diamondbacks to crawl into homes and bite family pets. According to Wikipedia, Eastern Diamondback bites are responsible for more human fatalities in the United States than any other snake. In 2018, there were 58 reported bites, 33 of which were treated with anti-venom. Fortunately, there have been no recorded fatalities in the United States since 1965. Outside the United States, a woman died after being bitten by an Eastern Diamondback while she was working in her garden in Wharton, Texas. In 2020, a 68-year-old man died of an Eastern Diamondback bite in Atmore, Alabama. A 55-year-old woman also died in 2020 after being bitten by an Eastern Diamondback in Hendon, Texas. While Eastern Diamondback bites are rare, they can be deadly. If you're bitten, seek medical attention immediately. Now, how close is too close? The truth is there's no definitive answer to the question of how close is too close when it comes to encountering wild animals. Each animal is different and will react differently to human presence. In general, it's best to admire these creatures from a safe distance. But for the sake of argument, if you were to encounter an Eastern Diamondback rattlesnake, however, this distance may vary depending on the snake's size, temperament, and the surrounding environment. No two snakes are alike. Some may feel threatened easily. You should always err on the side of caution and give the snake plenty of room. Remember, Eastern Diamondbacks have been known to travel long distances when searching for mates. Even if you don't see a snake, it's a good idea to make noise and move away if you hear a rattle. If you're hiking or walking in snake territory, here are some things you can do to stay safe. Stay on marked trails. Watch where you step and put your hands. Don't reach for or pick up snakes. If you encounter an Eastern Diamondback rattlesnake, remain calm and slowly back away. Don't try to approach or capture the snake, and don't provoke the snake by making sudden movements or loud noises. Finally, let's address the myth that rattlesnakes are aggressive snakes that attack humans on purpose. The fact is that rattlesnakes are not inherently aggressive towards humans. They will only bite if they feel threatened or are harassed. To sum up, the Eastern Diamondback is a supersized serpent that's the largest of 36 species of rattlesnake. This snake's intimidating appearance and deadly venom make it one of the most feared creatures in the United States. Although Eastern Diamondback bites are rare, they can be deadly. It's important to remember that these snakes are not inherently aggressive towards humans and will only bite if they feel threatened. By following these simple tips, you can help ensure that you never become a victim of an Eastern Diamondback rattlesnake bite. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, and comment. Would you dare get this close?